Well, howdy and welcome to Saturday's edition of Today's Bread. Now, we're continuing the series on prayers and exhortations in the Psalms with this week's discussion that was on celebrating God's justice. Now, the final portion is testifying to God's greatness. Scripture reference Psalm 68, verses 32 through 35. David concluded his psalm with a final offering of praise to the Lord. He called on the whole earth to give praise to God, who alone is deserving of worship and adoration. That's verse 32. He declared that only the Lord was deserving of such a response because he ruled the heavens and the earth. God's power, David proclaimed, was evident in nature. The skies revealed his greatness and proclaimed his majesty, verses 33 and 34. It is the responsibility of all people to give glory to the one who holds all life in his hands. It did not matter to the psalmist how others responded to the Lord. His conviction was clear. You are awesome, O God, in your sanctuary, he declared in verse 35. David knew of the matchless glory of his God. Both faith and experience testified to God's splendor. Now, we who love the Lord and have personally tasted of his goodness must declare to others how awesome and powerful our God is. The Bible states we are the light of the world. Unless we testify to his greatness, the rest of the world will not hear of him. It is our privilege and responsibility to proclaim the greatness of the one, God, who called us out of darkness into his glorious light. Yes, that's 1 Peter 2:9. We are the ones who received the great gift of salvation. It is we who have received his incredible mercy. What we have freely received, we must freely give. The more we testify of God's greatness to others, the more we will continue to witness his greatness in our daily lives. Stepping out in faith to declare the power of God to those who are lost will bring its own reward. And just as God gave power and strength to the Israelites to be victorious when battling their foes in verse 35, God will give us the power to win our spiritual battles. As we learn to celebrate our salvation, we will grow in our appreciation of God's ability to transform lives. Let us rejoice in God's power to judge and to save. Thank you, and I pray that you've enjoyed today's edition of Fresh Daily Bread. Now, I want to invite you to come be a part of God's family. Saturday's prayer focus is for families to be dedicated to God's design. Pray that households would be centers of love, faith, and discipleship dedicated to living out biblical values. Now, Living the Way will be broadcast at 4:15 p.m. It's a special broadcast with evangelist Gene Summers. Now, there will either be a live at 5 service or a previously recorded power service with Tommy Fisher, broadcast at 5 p.m. Now, remember, Jesus, yes, you know it, he is coming back soon. Now, here's Saturday's blessing. I bless your feet and hands to be ever outstretched to help those in need.